Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to explore some of the most uncomfortable places in Skyrim. These are spots that I visit in the game while feeling more uncomfortable than how I feel when my two divorced parents are in the same room. The first really uncomfortable place in the game is the roof of the College of Winterhold. There is literally nothing there, but this is a place that feels like there should be something there. It's a lot like your inner voice that tells you right from wrong. I feel like this location is one of those spots that the creators were intending to become significant just for it to turn into an absolute waste. After witnessing this spot, you get the same experience that your parents got with you. You get to see a big tower, there's some bricks, and some windows, and a lonely place to sit. There are no interactions to do, no people to talk to. Though later in the game there is a dragon battle on castle grounds, and I guess you could run through the castle and get to the roof for the battle, I suppose. There is literally so little going on here, less than your love life, even if we exclude your hands, that I am literally out of material on what to say about this place. And I wrote a 1,000-word essay on the name George, so that really says a lot. The next place is so far out of the way in the middle of the ice that a player would never go there unless they are at that point in the main storyline. I know because the developers did not even bother giving the old guy that resides there dialogue besides the story dialogue. I went there as a new character and now suddenly I'm hunting the Elder Scroll. The Outpost of Septim Singus is literally just a dude that dug his way into the center of an iceberg. The inside of the outpost looks like it smells like a gym locker room and the hot air that comes out of a PlayStation 4. The old guy that lives there is clearly insane, but at least he doesn't have a quest where it involves using a pelvis to try and open a door. Even after playing this game so many times in my lifetime and talking to this dude over and over, I am still uncomfortable every single time. I have no idea what his background story is, but seeing as he has a ton of ancient artifacts and knowledge of where Blackreach is, I'm betting that his story is good enough to deserve its own spin-off game. The next area is Dawnstar. It is a bustling town with nothing going on. There's a museum and a bunch of people having nightmares, and that is it. As an Oblivion fan, I'm a huge fan of the references made in the museum to the Mythic Dawn and the Mysterium Xarxes, but besides that, there's not much else that brings you here. No story missions, very few side things going on, it's just a dead town. The game developers made a whole city in the game that I literally don't visit in most of my Skyrim playthroughs. The amount of time and effort that went into creating the people, the dialogue, the structure, the waterways, and so on, it was pretty much just wasted. What makes this place so uncomfortable to me is that it is uncharted territory. Unlike other places like Whiterun, I know Whiterun like the back of my hand because I've been through it so many times, but I literally know nothing and nobody in Dawnstar besides Museum Guy. I don't even know his name. At time of recording this, I literally don't know his name. The next spot that makes me very uncomfortable is the lighthouse out at Solitude. This is one of those spots that many people know exist, but basically no one goes out to. The people that do go out to it are just there for a quest where you're doing some shady nonsense and you end up getting betrayed anyway. I think my lack of familiarity with the lighthouse itself, and my only familiarity with it is a quest with me being betrayed, gives the lighthouse kind of a negative outlook in my subconscious. I don't know why, but lighthouses in general make me nervous, especially in real life. I think a lot of it has to do with my extreme fear of heights, and lighthouses oftentimes have that narrow circular stairway that you gotta walk up in order to get to the top of the lighthouse. To someone lost at sea, a lighthouse can be a great sight. However, to me, honestly, I really am literally made uncomfortable by them. The one near Solitude is the only one in the game, at least that's to my knowledge, and its keeper is a Khajiit. He tells you to leave the lighthouse grounds even though the door was unlocked and you're not actually breaking and entering. Another really uncomfortable location in the game, to me, is anywhere in the vast, icy wastes of Skyrim. The big problem with games that have a huge open world map is that like 60% of the map has absolutely nothing inside of it. Combine the vast emptiness with the unbelievable cold, and how basically in any direction there isn't much of anything, and you have the makings of a metaphor for your life choices. The frozen wastelands of Skyrim are so bad that it is literally where Dawnstar is located. Dawnstar technically has a lighthouse, so it does have that plus in the interest meter. However, it also has a plus in my reasons to hate Dawnstar meter. The only things in the ice wastes want to kill you and eat your bones, or use them for decoration. That and a ton of ice, and some mountains off in the distance that you can Skyrim jump over if you want to get yourself a workout in. The lost, icy wastelands with nothing inside them are put there on purpose. The lack of color and shiny objects stops new players from exploring these areas, so that is often where the developers put storyline-based objectives and locations. Well, hopefully you enjoyed listening to me talking about my phobia issues and what makes me uncomfortable. I can't afford a therapist, so I am using my YouTube audience instead. Whether you guys like it or not, you had to sit there and listen. If these locations did not make you uncomfortable, maybe knowing that does. Thanks for watching.